Hello guys, welcome to another video of this channel. So today we're going to be talking about Voquent, right? We will discuss about what this platform is and how you can basically participate here. So Voquent, what basically happens here? Now, this is actually a voiceover service platform, right? It provides voiceover services, right, for different projects like audiobooks, adverts, educational or e-learning, games, things like that, right? So Voquent is, I think, one of the most common voiceover platforms there if you're actually looking for voiceover gigs. So it's more like a freelance website. And the platform has worked with many companies such as Lego, Netflix, Disney, Levy, Babbel, Just Eat, and so on. So what you do is basically you create an account and kind of fill it like a profile and stuff, and upload your voiceover samples of some of the categories that you do and things like that. And if there's a client that is actually looking for a certain type of a voiceover, they are going to actually message you and show you the project and ask you whether you are available to do the project or not, right? So that's basically how it works. It's more like freelancing, but with the fact that you do not actually talk with the client or interact with them in any kind of way. So like the platform itself will be doing all the kind of mediation and stuff. So I did a research on voquent.com and it has 5 stars, right, out of what 651 reviews, which is basically amazing. Like this is actually like a perfect score. I've never seen a platform that scores this perfectly. So it's basically amazing, right? Almost like 99% are 5-star ratings there, which is basically amazing. And I'll say like most of these comments, like most of these are positive, right? And personally, like having created an account on Voquent, even though I think I've received maybe a few projects like requests there and there, but I haven't really like landed an actual job because I don't have a studio and things like that, so I'm in a bad place. Yeah, so say they are good, right? The platform is professional, and I don't think you are going to encounter any problems on this side. So apart from just voiceovers, they provide other things as well, such as what translations, right? So they have a team of linguistics, like native linguistics, that will translate your scripts if it is in English to another language, right? If that is what you want, and like they'll do that perfectly. And they also provide like dubbing, right? Which is another voiceover package that they offer. Like you'll be maybe dubbing films, movies, and things like that. And they also offer some services that are actually helpful to the blind or visually impaired, right? So as you can see, like you do have different types of voiceover artists from different places. This one from United Kingdom, London, but again, do eloquent English, in Barcelona, Spain, Germany, Morocco, and things like that. So basically, you can actually register here with as long as you can speak any kind of language, right? As long as you have the audios and stuff that you've recorded, yeah, you can actually set up your profile right here. So what our customers say, so these are actually some of the comments from some of the clients that they've worked with or who've purchased their services. And one of them said, we were impressed by how quick and easy everything was. This one said the depth and breadth of talent were impressive, especially considering the number of languages and accents available. So yeah, they do provide a lot. So you can see some of the projects, like for this particular one was for Minecraft. Then this one was for, I don't know, character voices or something like that. Yeah, different projects. So you can watch some of their kind of tutorials on YouTube, right? They do have their own YouTube channel called Voquent, right? So you can learn more about that platform there. So if you scroll down, here's the footer, right? You basically see a bunch of options, right? So under the company here, we've got the careers in case if you're interested in the work, long-term work, basically. Or if you want to sign up as a talent, as a voiceover talent, you can just come here, takes you to the application page. Or if you want to write for them, right? Now, for writing, you can actually write blog posts, but though they do not pay you for that, it's something that you can just do. Maybe if you just want to help other voiceover artists as well. So they do have a community of voiceover artists, actors, and like audio professionals that kind of read these blogs. So it's going to say like, what articles does this platform want? They just need something that is actually relevant to their customers or client or customer base or something like that. So since their client base consists of animators, video producers, creative agencies, you need to publish articles related to this kind of, kind of nature, right? And your article must be unique, informative, and also readable. But it shouldn't contain maybe grammatical mistakes that make it difficult to read or some sort of technical jargon. Just make everything simpler. Ensure that the title or the headline has it's like attention grabbing, right? It's something that kind of 10 has or that spark interest in fact. So yeah, you can actually read some of these requirements here, but as I say, like you won't get paid for these articles anyway. And to learn more about writing for Voquent, you have to come to the FAQs right here and basically kind of read these questions, and you just have to click on the arrows here to get the answers to these questions, right? So the services that they provide, as I've said, voice acting, subtitling, production services, and so on. And you do have different access, region styles, and basically a lot of them. So these are some of the languages that you can provide. And for example, this is actually a profile from this kind of voiceover artist. If you upload like some sort of a sample, right? I think I'm going to explain this later on. You have to choose like the pitch in which you did the sample, the tone, if it's sad or happy or something like that, the style, the character, what kind of character it is. So you do have a lot of these options that you need to select, right, to be specific on each and every sample that you provide right here. In order to start the registration process, you have to go to sign up. So here you have to create a profile, right? It's basically free, right? And you have to tell them about the experience and finish it with the information, right? And also include like samples, right? So this will ensure that your samples are basically directed to the right customers, right? And the right projects as well. So your demos will get picked and they schedule recordings either in your own studio or a local studio. So you're paid basically instantly if you get approved, which is basically a nice thing. And if you need like some of their consultation services on how they can actually guide you through this industry, you can actually book a call with them. They do have professionals that will help you with that. So as I've mentioned before, they do have different blogs that readers can see that different writers, right? Some people just love writing, so you can read these blogs that they're just for free. Some of these might help you mostly in giving you some tips on how to do certain things as a voiceover, which is basically very, very nice. So these are actually the prizes for their customers. So if you're doing like casting is free. If you are looking for voiceovers, they will help you to choose the talent for free. So for narration, right, they charge £2, 2 cents like pound per word. For corporate, if you had to produce something like a website explainer, that's about £300. And for characters and things like that, they charge £300. So you can see like they do provide all these kind of like services, dubbing, captions, translations. And I think I've said this before, right? So assuming that you have registered already, you have an account, and basically just checking out the voice of artist, right? This is actually what you're going to see, right? For example, we have a profile from this guy, and this is actually another voiceover artist. So if you have a profile, basically you could have created one, it will look like this, right? We've got a profile here, picture, where you are, then kind of bio, something like that, then gender, things like that, vocal group, about, and what basically type of a voiceover artist are you. And here you have like the samples, right? As I've said, like when you upload these samples, you have to fill in like a long kind of form, right? Where you need to select what this sample is all about and what type of voiceover is that, right? And the accent that was used there, and if whether it's for a cartoon or something like that, and certain categories, and also like the tone and things like that. So you have to feel everything. So that's the thing, the most I think boring part of it, but it's good because it is more specific and it makes it easier for clients to locate what they're actually looking for. So you can upload as many samples as you want right here. So if you're looking for jobs on the platform itself, and because they do provide jobs, right, you can come to career right here, click on career, and this will take you to this page where you can actually find like full-time jobs, like staff jobs, like this one, senior project coordinator, project manager, account manager. And for remote or contractor jobs, if that being artist English and things like that. So guys, I'll suggest that you do a little bit more research on your own to just learn more about Voquent. But again, I'll say it is actually a good platform. I don't think that you are going to have any issues here. And as you can see, like in the reviews, it has like 99% 5 stars and 1% less than a percent 1 star. It is a legit platform. I don't think you'll be wasting your time here as a voiceover artist. So guys, apart from that, there is nothing much I can say about Voquent. Apart from saying thank you so much for watching this video. And until then, see you on the next one.